What's up, everyone? Nate here, and I'm back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, tonight I went to check out latest movie from Tim Burton. This is, of course, a sequel that is way late for a movie from the 80s called Beetlejuice. Of course, this movie is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, an incredible, clever title. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing for you. Now, before I do, if you would please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell icon, that way you get notified every time new videos drop. Also, if you would please consider giving me a thumbs up down below if you like Out of the Theater reviews, and leave me a comment. Is this a movie you're interested in seeing or not seeing? I want to know your thoughts on it. I will say this much. I enjoy the original Beetlejuice. I wouldn't count it as like one of my favorite movies of all time, but I do like it. I think it's good. Good early Tim Burton. Michael Keaton's funny in it. Very creative movie. Very weird. A very weird movie. But a great cast, of course. Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis and Catherine O'Hara. A young Winona Ryder. And it's fun. It's good. I like it. It's entertaining. I love the score by Danny Elfman. A good movie. So I wouldn't say I'm like the hugest fan, but I do like it. So I was interested in this. I was interested to see kind of what they do with it. And this was kind of a mixed bag for me. There were some things I really enjoyed and some things I didn't care as much for. I don't feel strongly about this movie either way. Like, I don't think it's a great movie, but I don't think it's a horrible movie either. As far as the positives, it was great to see Michael Keaton back. I did read somewhere that he had the same exact amount of screen time in this movie as he did in the first movie. I do think it was utilized better in the first movie, though, because it felt like there were long stretches here, like where they would just go away from like the sort of like Beetlejuice stuff, like his story. Like, there's a lot of storylines in this movie, first of all, and they'd go away from his, and some of the ones that were less interesting, I wish he would come back. But as far as this is the positive section, he's still good as Beetlejuice. You know, a little older, his voice is a little raspier, but for the most part captured the spirit exactly how he was in the original movie. I thought Michael Keaton was really good. Also, I thought Winona Ryder was really good as Lydia. She felt like a grown-up version of the character from the original movie. So I thought she was good. Really, Catherine O'Hara, she steals the movie as far as comedy. She's definitely the funniest one. They gave her a lot of material here that was really funny, so I enjoyed her. She was good. Really, the whole cast in general was good. Jenna Ortega, she's okay. Justin Theroux, he was fine. Willem Dafoe, he was having a good time. Monica Bellucci, underused, but none of them were bad. So that was a plus. Also, I do think the Beetlejuice stuff was really good. Anytime they go into like the afterlife area, it looks awesome. The production design is great. That's very Tim Burton. You could tell like that stuff felt very Tim Burton, and I enjoyed that. I thought it looked cool. I thought it had some really good music. So yeah, I had some cool visual gags. For a rated PG-13 movie, this is close to like there's some gore in here, like blood splatters, and it was close. I was like, are we sure this is PG-13? But it was PG-13. I like that it pushed the envelope. It did feel more like a throwback Tim Burton movie at times. On the negative side, anytime they're not there and we're with the characters like just in the regular world, it was not as interesting as the first movie. The whole storyline with like Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis, and like I feel like the story in general in the first movie is way better, much tighter. This one has a lot going on. There are so many plots. There's like Justin Theroux and Winona Ryder, like their plot. Then there's a subplot with the daughter and this other boy. Then there's the mom who's going through her stuff because, of course, Charles from the first movie died. Then you got Beetlejuice's like lost love coming back to get him. Then you have Willem Dafoe, who's this cop who's investigating it. And like there are so many storylines that some of them suffer and some are better than others. So it was like a little bit of a juggling act. I don't think they completely nailed it for me. I think there was a lot of stuff in here that should have been tightened up or cut, honestly. So those storylines are not as good. I constantly just wanted to go back to wherever Beetlejuice was, or those characters in the underworld, than the humans just hanging out, on the surface. Less interesting. Some funny stuff, but not as interesting story-wise. So kind of a mixed bag. I did end up ultimately having a decent time. So I'm not going to fail the movie. I'm not going to give it like a negative score. I will give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's good. But I don't think it's great. And I don't think it's as good as the original movie. And Like, will I want to watch this again? Maybe. It might make for a fun double feature. There's some nods to the original movie, which was cool. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on Beetlejuice. I will be back next week with another Out of the Theater review. I don't even know what's coming out, so whatever it is, I will review it for you. And until then, take it easy.